Okay, so we're recording now.
Yay.
Let's just fucking hop right into it. What episode is this?
I don't know. I think 28.
I want to say it's 28. It's our Jordan episode.
Yes.
Is it our Jordan episode?
It's our Jordan episode, yeah.
What's the famous basketball player that wore 28? Okay. We got a guest today, and it's funny because the entire time it looks like Than is just editing for us or something right now. Like he's just down there like
I'm your controller.
Hey, Than. Welcome back to the pod. Than decided to bring a tough shirt out, so we all had to change shirts.
All the boys brought out their tough shirts.
I got
to see their bellies.
This is our Alfonso McKinney episode. There you go.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know. Right?
You know
what I was thinking? So it's funny. Boys. I was talking to Than before we started recording, right? And I did the typical prelim where I was like, "Hey, is there anything you don't want to talk about?" And he was like, "Yeah, just keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth." And I was like, "Oh, okay, my bad."
Oh my god,
hell yeah!
I was wondering how long we get into the podcast before we talk about that.
I think we just get it out of the way.
Like we just get it
immediately because it was the best thing I've ever seen.
This is the best thing that's ever. I love last night. Goes, I want everybody to know I don't have a take on this other than that it's fucking awesome.
It really is, and that's what's upsetting me so much is today. Like last night, I went to bed with everyone just making memes left and right, and I'm like, this is the best day of my life. Quick. And then I woke up the next morning with people being like, and that's why Will Smith's Ukraine tactics. And I'm like, what? Where did we? What?
Bro, I saw what? I saw one comparing it to 9/11.
Oh man! Did you see Judd Apatow's tweet?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
He was like, he could have killed him.
He's a monster.
Was that the guy who said he could have killed him? Wait, was he serious?
Yeah.
Judd Apatow, grow up.
What was
the one you read yesterday, Sam, where it was like, what if he had a handful of bees in his hand?
Yeah, what if he had bees in his hand and then he slapped him and then he was allergic to bees that they don't know how to EpiPen?
What if he's allergic to peanuts and he just had a peanut butter sandwich?
Bro, what if he's allergic to fucking making good movies?
Can we just get every take out of the way right off the bat? Because there's so many people being like, oh my God, I'm so glad he slapped Chris Rock for that horrible joke. And then the other half being like, oh my God, why you can't assault someone on stage?
Yes, you
or
can. He
in general violence. And this is my take.
What?
It's just hilarious.
Just nothing.
It's good. It's so funny.
Fucking cares. Like the most diluted, lowest bottom of the barrel people in the world.
I was gonna ask, who did any of you guys watch it live?
Nope.
No,
I just Sam were playing Serious Sam.
We got assaulted while playing Serious Sam.
We got Serious Sam, and then I think it was Haley texted me, and she's like, "Hey, Will Smith just beat the shit out of Chris Rock," and I was like, I don't know what that means. And then I Google it, and it was just the fucking and I was like,
well, our first reaction was because all I read was Chris Rock made a joke about Will Smith's wife,
and assumed
my first reaction,
your wife fucks 20-year-olds and you talked about it on TV.
Yeah. So we're like, oh, in that case, that's much more deserving of a slap.
Could you imagine if he went there though? That would have been awesome.
Well, he said,
like, there's one thing to say a joke, and there's another thing to on live television around the world and one of like the world's biggest events, just be like, hey,
20-year-olds. My wife.
But instead he said your wife is balding, which is still not great.
Well, after he was like, keep my name out of your fucking mouth or whatever, he goes, he was literally like, I could never mind. And then he like keeps talking, and I was like,
it was super awkward.
I will say Chris Rock took it like a champ.
He did. He was
okay.
Listen,
he was a pro.
Kudos to both of them. Both of them made some bad decisions. Both of them did it very well. Yeah, like,
or you mean like
last
night?
We have Marty over here getting slapped by Oscar.
Marty.
And
dude, some kid was like, Hancock, bad guys. And he was like, and just fucking
the strut up to him and back. I have never had that much confidence in my entire life.
Kind of tough.
He did it like he did do it like
he did it like that's what he was like. That's just I
did it like he was playing a character.
This is
he
the
did
thing.
it like
this
it was
is the
Bad
bit.
Boys 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it happened, and then Chris Rock just stood there, and I would be like, how do you just stand there and after that and be like,
how do you
I
not
just got
be like,
slapped
fuck
by
that
Will
guy?
Smith?
Like, how do you not just
yeah.
stage like, fuck
how did that
you,
not
I
turn
hate
into an
you.
all-out brawl?
You're a piece
I am not
of
a
shit.
violent person, but if someone slapped me live on stage, even if I
I'd get
wasn't
so
hitting
mad
them
at
back, I would have been like,
wonder-
what?
I wonder if
What
they
just
spoke
happened?
after, if they had a little conversation.
I would shit on stage. I just turn beet red. My ears would go red as shit. Steam would come out my ears.
I
And I'd
don't
poo in
like
my
it when you
pants.
talk about my wife like that. And Chris Rock
said-
being like, yeah, I know, man. I gotta
He
make
said,
the funnies about the comedians. He's like, yeah, but maybe it's not cool to joke about alopecia. And he's like, yeah,
maybe it's not
know,
cool
but
to
like-
joke about my wife who's fucking 20-year-old in my house and then humiliated me on TV, and now that she's balding, which is probably karma.
It's probably karma.
Yikes.
The funniest
Will
part
Smith
to
has
me is
punched
that-
people for less.
Fuck it. It's true. It's probably true. The funniest part for me is that he won the Oscar like 20 minutes later.
Right
He
after.
had to go up.
And he's
on
like,
stage
And Jaden
Hey,
Smith
guys.
tweets,
he
that's
said,
how we
he
do
said
it.
some crazy shit like God, like about a part of my life where God has me protecting the people I love or some shit like that.
He also, did he not?
After
I swear he
slapped-
didn't apologize to Chris.
Not in his speech. He didn't.
No,
Yeah, he
he
says like, I'm
apologized.
sorry, everybody here. And you're like,
Is it
yeah,
love?
he's
Yeah.
like, he's like apologized for it happening, but not to Chris
And
Rock.
like, that's again where the takes are like, oh, this, oh, that. Like, listen, both can be true. Chris Rock made a horrible, insensitive, mean-spirited joke, and Will Smith
I thought it was funny.
took violence as the option, which both were very stupid and dumb. And listen, if the joke was funny, that would be another thing, but it just wasn't even like a good joke.
it was like a
So it's like,
I thought it was kind of funny.
I don't know, man. It's just like so weird to be like,
Well, this-
Jane.
Did she?
In another
is she
universe,
balding,
people
or
are
did she
like-
just shave her head?
No, she's bald. She has alopecia.
she has
She's
alopecia,
balding.
like
She's
it's a
losing her hair.
condition.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So
Okay.
he said,
So,
your
like,
wife,
yeah.
the 20-year-old, and she's losing her hair now. And
yeah,
Will
maybe
was
you should
like-
have said that then. Maybe
And
you
Will
should have
said,
that.
welcome to Earth,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
So like, not cool, but like, man, it's hilarious. And I just want this to stop. People treat celebrities like they're another planet. So just this once, can I do the same? Like, can I just be like, this is a funny thing to happen in isolation and no, it should never happen again. But come on, guys, like, it's funny.
No, well, what you said last night, we were
I
talking
want to
about,
hear like
there should
Benny
be a
Hill in
blood
the
sport.
background.
It should be the
Yes,
the
that's what
Oscars
I'm
should be a blood
saying.
sport from now on. Fuck
We
it.
should every year we should just make the Oscars like a Squid Game-esque
Make like
gladiator
Timothy
match.
Chalamet fight Jonah Hill.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd pay for that.
The survivor gets the Oscar.
Mhm.
And I think that
It has
would
nothing to
up
do with
the
skill
ratings.
or passion or acting. Or I just remember it's so funny because
doesn't
I spent the
anyways,
last like
but
48
whatever.
hours being like, I haven't seen a single movie that is nominated for an Oscar, and I could not care less. And then fucking just sitting at home last night and just fucking Will
Well, no one's
Smith
talking about
fucking walla bam
Well, actually, no.
whambos.
What
There's
won
some
Best
people
Picture?
talking about it, but the biggest
won?
piss off. I don't, who won? Does anyone know
We can
what,
look it
what
up.
won?
Best
I have a-
Picture?
I had a piece
Was
of
it Power of
glass
the
in there.
Dog? It might
Like
have
if I
been
look
Power
up
of the Dog.
Oscars, it's not gonna say
It's gonna
okay,
say
Oscar
Will Smith won.
winners. Yeah. Coda.
Yeah,
Coda. Don't know what that's about. But okay.
Coda?
Honestly, the thing that bothered me about the
I'm
Oscars
gonna do
was
this
when
entire podcast.
the animation category got brought up, and I don't know who was saying it at the time, but someone made the line, animation is for kids and adults have to deal with it as well, I guess. And I was like, man, shut up.
Who said that?
Will Smith.
Here, let me see.
Will Smith.
Yeah, and then he said, if you
Oscars,
disagree, I'll hate you.
Was it the person presenting or something?
2022
Because that's so
animation. Yeah, it's
insulting.
whoever presenting it. Yeah,
That's
why would
so
you get that
insulting?
person?
What the fuck?
And then then Encanto won, which sure,
Yeah,
it's a good
obviously.
movie. It's a decent movie.
Could've seen that.
I would have said Mitchell's versus the Machines, but whatever.
That movie Reds.
Haven't seen any of them.
Let's see. What was the?
Apparently Luca's really
It's
good.
on Twitter right now. It's the only other like thing that I know. Okay.
Well, you think that
yeah.
celebrities just realize they're like, we can get away with saying fucking anything tonight, nothing will happen.
Oh, I got a take. You guys want to hear a take?
Alberto Mieglo. Who is he? Mielgo. I'm sorry, I butchered his name. Who is this guy?
What's your take, Evan?
Some guy on Twitter who said his name's I'm gonna say his name, Kyle Becker. He's
Fuck you.
He works for Fox News. Never mind. It's not as fun. But he said if Will Smith was a white guy, he would have been taken out of the venue in handcuffs for that.
No, he wouldn't have. No, he wouldn't have.
It's less fun. It's less fun that this guy works for Fox News.
It's less fun when people turn everything that's fun that we like to have fun with into a race thing.
I've seen both. I've seen both takes claim the other one was racist. One of them was for like.
They said what? Will Smith is racist? They're both black.
No, they said like arguing for them, either side.
No, but it doesn't matter whether Will Smith is black or white, or if any of them are black or white. They're celebrities. They're not human.
They're not people. They're celebrities.
Yeah, they're not people. They don't deserve rights.
Listen, man, this is the solution to celebrity culture. Just have them kill each other.
I like that. Some kind of twisted version of.
I'm so done with famous people being the dictators of what we talk about and what all our takes are. And like, this is the one time where it could just be funny, and it's not that.
We knew though. We should have seen the this coming the next morning. All the white check marks or the blue check marks on Twitter.
Yeah,
like with their this is literally 9/11.
I never felt so bummed out than like waking up this morning being like, can't wait to see what memes have come up out of this. And just people arguing
every
about
time
the
something
ethics
like this happens,
of slapping someone on stage for making a really off-color joke.
That happens all the time though, where it's like we're all up at like 3 a.m. something happens and you just like fucking looking at the horizon, like when that sun comes up and these fucking people wake up, they're sickos. Gonna fucking ruin it. They're gonna fuck it.
And when I was on vacation and I was reading, like I had just played Elden Ring and I was like excited to get back and keep playing it, and just reading Twitter and everyone's takes on whether they liked it or hated it. I hated everyone's takes, and it made me miserable coming back.
Dude, it's like fucking I didn't want to play. That clip from Bo Burnham's Inside where he's like, Can anybody ever just all of us? Can we just shut the fuck up about everything always at once? Can we just do that? It's
hard because we're talking about it.
Yeah, but nobody has like this. This is the thing. I feel better about sharing my passionate opinions on a podcast than on Twitter because you don't have a choice.
Cat hairs on my mic.
Nice. You don't have a choice on Twitter. Like you have a choice to come listen to this, and you know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, true. I don't
know, man.
I hate everything on social media, but I still use it because I don't know.
We've gone on countless rants about shit like that. I don't think we have to do another one.
No, I was gonna say this is getting depressing.
I did see something about.
It was funny.
Why couldn't it have been like the Kardashians or something? Because then it would have just been funny, like Kylie Jenner slapping Kim Kardashian or something. Instead, it had to be Melman and Oscar from hit DreamWorks movies.
Wait, who's Oscar? What movie is he also?
Will Smith in Shark Tale.
Oh, Shark Tale. That's what it is. I was like, what? I know
Marty from Madagascar.
Marty. Yeah, Melman's the giraffe, right?
Melman's the giraffe.
Yeah.
I did read a great article, speaking of celebrities, about how apparently on a set, a music video set recently, Machine Gun Kelly said that he wanted to smoke a real joint, and they were like, no, we can only give you these like fake herbal cigarettes that look like a joint because this is like a set and that's legal. And apparently he had a temper tantrum and yelled about how he's a real G.
This is okay.
He's 32.
We gotta stop acting like celebrities are adults that can make decisions.
They can't.
We bring them to the Oscars and put them in suits and go, okay, now go be actors, and then they go punch each other and stuff like that, and you're like, oh no, how did this happen? It's like,
oh no, we put diluted bottom.
They don't make decisions for themselves ever.
Like way more important than anybody else, and also had been surrounded by yes men for 35 years together.
Yeah,
and now they're all just shit talking each other.
That's the thing. You can never walk up to someone with so much confidence and slap them in the face in front of the world unless you've been told that you're the shit.
Unless you've been told
every
that
day of your life.
Do that?
Yeah, you can do that because you're Will Smith. Like,
It's so
I don't know.
disturbing.
It's so dumb and funny, and
we live in a society.
We made cave paintings, and now we're here.
Fuck. It's just like
three dudes on a podcast talking about celebrities. Hell yeah.
It's just so weird because like I just get like this sense of like, and I know we all share it, where I'm just like, how often do you just like stop for a second? You're like, you're going through your day like, haha, and then you stop and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what did?
Yeah. Well, I had one of those moments
at
Brady. I told you at the gym. I had one of those moments where
you realize that nobody's actually real. They're all fake people.
Well, that's happened a few times. But I was looking at the CP24 ticker on the news, and it just said like hospital bombed in Kiev, Ukraine, and then it switches immediately to Snoop Dogg, now playable character in Call of Duty Vanguard. And I was like, what are we doing here?
Like,
what are we doing?
This is great.
Pretty cool. Pretty
this
cool.
This is what happens when you take this part of your head. You just take the fucking, you crack it open and you just plug it right in. And you're like, give it everything you got, baby. Turn it up. They're just
ramp it up to 100.
I have
everything you could ever want. And
I have
a
theory that
bow.
The teleprompter is controlled by someone who's just an absolute clown and wants to do stuff like that. Like
the teleprompter so at where, sorry?
Like just any news station. Like,
oh yeah,
like putting stuff up. I don't know. You see, like, you go to a hospital, you see how jaded everyone is with people dying and sick all around them. It's probably the same for news anchors, right?
That's a good.
You have to deliver horrible news constantly. Like, you got to have a bit of fun with it, I guess.
Snoop Dogg and Call of Duty is great news.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's solid
That's
news.
fucking dope to me.
It's fine. Why the fuck is it scrolling through the CP24 clicker or ticker?
Because Call of Duty is news now.
After the actual war that's going on.
Mm-hmm. They said 13 children died.
It was honestly something
to play
like that.
Gin and Juice as your victory dance in Fortnite. Well, now
I do. I do want to play Gin and Juice.
Now you can.
I just don't. I don't want those two compartments of the brain communicating with each other.
Yeah,
I don't want.
You gotta keep those far away from each other.
That's my safe brain. That's my brain that I don't need to know about things. That's
yeah, it'll be like
brain.
The new Minecraft update adds cute kittens. 32 dead children were found today at a residential school, and you're like, in the same breath. We don't even have a comma anymore. There's no commas
on straining pasta.
There's
a 9-year-old who died.
It's the worst. It just goes forever.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Know what you could do if you really want to. If you really want to hurt this guy,
right there.
This guy up here, if you want to hurt it, just stare at the CP24's news ticker.
Stare at the bottom.
Yeah.
Thing that scrolls at the bottom.
Man, look at that guy. Every time you turn your mic off, I'm just gonna wow myself at you.
Just
his hair, which.
It's just like how badly every single day I want to be sitting on like a porch in a cottage the size of my bedroom with a rifle, and any human I sense, I'm just like, get the fuck away from me. And they're like, did you not hear about the news? And I go away.
This sounds like a weird fucked up dream that one of us would have.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
You're like, did you hear the news?
I
had a K.
Please, anything but tell me the news.
I'd be that guy. I keep running in. My goal for the rest of my life would be to give Brady the news, and his goal would be to try to blast me.
Wait, do you remember the snail thing? You get $1 million, but if the snail catches you,
yeah, I'd be the snail.
If fan catches, I get to be truly happy, but
I'm just trying to tell him about Will Smith's punching.
Yeah, if fan catches me, I get sad,
and you go, no.
Yeah, I turn into fucking like, yeah, I just like go on my knees. It's like Lovecraft. It's becoming Lovecraftian, where it's like too much information that I'm just gonna start clawing my fucking eyes out and be like, what is that you mean?
When you have so many people discussing one event, the train of thought evolves way too quickly. Like, it is already like just annoying to hear about it now. Like, just reading people's takes, and it's like, it happened.
I was
last
into it for
night.
15 minutes. I was like, this is dope, and then I was like, I can't wait to talk to the guys about this. And then
you understand, like,
I was like,
200 years ago, that would have made my year. That would have been it for the year. Is 100%. Like, hey, do you have a good year? Yeah, Will Smith punched Chris Rock at the Oscars, and they're like, whoa,
that's hilarious. But like,
dude, I came home last night and Ryan showed me. I was dying, like pissing myself laughing about it. And then I woke up today and like Brady said, just like, it's fucking dead. Who cares?
I had a bit of stress in my gut when I heard about it, and I don't know why.
Yeah, you were.
I do know why
I heard
now.
You heavy sigh a few times. You went.
I was like,
oh no.
I was like, man, and I realized now it was because I wasn't ready for the takes. Like, I just wanted to enjoy this, and
no, it was
like,
actually 9/11.
It's gonna cause a discussion.
Yeah, that's like getting more news coverage than like the residential schools did.
Yeah. Okay.
And listen, yeah, I'm not the kind of guy being like, oh, but other thing, like you can consume it all in one volume, but also like
I don't want to though.
There are way better examples of violence that happen in modern media that don't account to two dudes having a little feud at the Oscars. Like way more power dynamics and like
just somebody have fun once. This is something you can have fun with.
I want to.
I saw Lakeith Stanfield post a picture of him at the red carpet, and I was like, "Oh, Lakeith Stanfield, great!" And the caption was just, "Don't ask me about the fucking slap." And I was like, "All right."
I just want to see.
My man just wanted to enjoy.
The only thing that could save it is if they challenge each other to a boxing match or something,
or sword fight.
A sword fight or a duel, like a
like a Mexican standoff type thing.
Yeah,
I'm down for that.
I also on a different note, I had a dream. I can tell you guys about my dream last night.
Okay.
Right.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
So I had a dream that I had beef with Tom Holland, and we used to be really good friends. And then he was like, said some beef. And then what happened was he took all of his money and he rented like a bus, like one of those double-decker like Toronto Go buses, and drove it around to all the neighborhoods in the middle of the night, trying to convince everybody that I was mean and that nobody should be friends with me. And the entire time I was like, hey, and I was chasing him around trying to catch him. And then he had like 100 children in the bus dressed as Spider-Man, and they're like, we love Tom Holland. And he FaceTimed me, and he was wearing, this is when it gets wild, he was wearing chicken parm glasses. And by that I mean he was wearing a piece, like a chicken breast, like a chicken parm breast, cut open like sunglasses, and then it had noodles like all around it to hang it off of his head. And he was wearing like a detective, like a mask, like a masquerade ball mask, but with sunglass lens inside of a piece of chicken parm, and there was sauce all over his face. And he was like, I don't know why you're so mad. And that was the whole dream.
So the question is, was Tom Holland British or American?
No, he was American. And I just remembered that too, because I just processed. I was like, oh yeah, he's British. So he was definitely American, and he was wearing chicken parm as an accessory.
I don't like the 100 like screaming Spider-Man in the bus. I don't like that.
They weren't screaming. They were sitting like this.
It might be somehow
like
worse.
They honestly could have had a blunt. I don't remember. They could have just been like, great shit, Brady. I also don't understand when I got beef with Tom Holland.
I had
he had chicken parm glasses.
Oh yeah, the chicken parm glasses. That's a strange habit.
Chicken parm glasses. Yeah,
I gotta make them now.
I was gonna say, should we make those?
Yeah.
Next podcast.
They were like, it was basically like a
were they raw
noodles, and then like a piece of chicken here, and then the noodles connected to another piece of chicken here with two sunglass lenses, and then the two other pieces of chicken were hanging on his face like a gladiator, like it was like chainmail.
It was like fully cooked chicken or was it?
Yeah,
like
and
raw?
It was covered in the parm sauce, like it was covered in the red sauce, and that was it. And I was just like, why are you being such a dick? And he's like, I don't understand why you're mad. And he's wearing I'm wearing chicken.
So curious. Like, I don't feel like I'd ever have that level of detail of being able to discern the noodles and the breasts. Like, were the concepts passed to you? You looked at them and you're like, oh yeah, that's how chicken parm glasses work.
This is the craziest part. Is I woke up and I went, I fucking hate chicken parm more than anything on this planet. So what the fuck? Why was I having a dream
chicken
about
parm glasses?
Chicken parm glasses designed right.
Yeah, like I don't have the mental capacity maybe like to look at something and oh hey, why is your hand albino?
Where's my
there
face?
We go.
Brady's got some weird lighting going on.
Yeah, it's because of the sun. Let me fix that shit.
I was born in the darkness.
Fix the sun, please.
Let me fix the sun.
Please.
Yeah, fuck it. Okay.
It's still too bright out here for me. Can you fix it a bit better?
Yeah, I can fix it.
I had a weird dream when I was having a nap today, and Brady, you were in it.
Oh.
Me, you, and Duffett were down by like some port, like a water area, like a lake or something.
Sounds like something that we do.
And then all of a sudden, there was like military submarines popping up everywhere, all around the place.
They're finding Tom Holland.
And, yeah, they were looking for Tom Holland in the chicken parm glasses.
Yeah,
and we just started like hopping from submarine to submarine.
What?
I don't know why. Like, because they were above water, so we just kept like hopping.
It was like
around. and I don't remember what is
It's
this
like cluster truck.
You guys see this remaining meeting time?
Running out of time. This meeting will end in 10 minutes. Upgrade now to remove the 40-minute time limit.
That's why it got fucked, Brady.
No, it's only for 3 people.
I have
that's weird.
I have like that Zoom through work, so I could probably use mine.
Okay, well, we have 10 minutes to figure this out.
This is a weird episode.
We'll just like take a we'll take a break when that time runs out.
Yeah, we'll have an intermission,
and I'll host it.
Yeah, that'll work.
We'll have a cool intermission.
Nice. Cool little intermission.
This sucks.
I wish we had curtains.
Several syncopations.
We all had curtains in front of our webcams, and then we open them up.
I have one of those little blocker things.
I got one of those too. I guess that would work.
Yeah, we all have those.
What is up, you guys?
Wow, what's up, guys? It's me.
I don't know why when
what was the
I thought he was gonna
intro of darkness and redness and lightness.
Everything
Tobuscus,
What the
guys.
fuck is he talking about?
You remember Tobuscus?
I do.
You never watched?
Isn't he a pedophile?
Toby vlogs? No, not a pedophile.
That also
alleged rapist.
Didn't that get
potentially?
debunked?
But she was of age.
Well, she was of age, yeah.
Maybe no comment.
Yeah, like.
Oh, I'm not asking because it's any different. I was just asking in general.
But from multiple stories, he doesn't sound like a good guy.
Well, yeah,
but he had a great intro for his vlogs. You'd always
go,
intro of darkness and redness and lightness, and he'd always put his thumbs over the lens and probably got a really smudgy. And
then he was like, "I'm gonna do a really bad thing." He said, "I'm gonna do
a bad thing."
He's gonna go. I think I'm gonna do the worst thing you could possibly do.
Yeah,
I like the way I can see Evan's eyes continuously glancing up at the time, being like,
"Yeah, making you anxious." We can switch over. Might as well.
It's making me a little
Evan keeps going fucking.
I feel like there's a bomb going off.
Yeah, let me just host it. Let me switch it over now.
All right, guys, we're doing a transition.
Oh, Fantano.
One of these two will die before the camera restarts.
Please, God.
How do I stop what quiet in?
Take me out of here, please. Why'd you say it like that?
Just say exit end meeting
like
when you end when you end the meeting. I am closer now. Okay.
This may be recording. This is crazy awesome the way that. So we can't even fucking successfully. We can't even fucking successfully pull off podcast. We have to have another guy fucking show up.
This is the second time
Nathaniel's doing it.
I'm doing the podcast now. I took it over.
He's hijacked.
Gaslighting live from the band.
Run the fucking
this is my podcast the whole time. What do you guys mean?
This happened the last time I was on too. Remember? It just cut out.
It's like Gax.
I don't remember that.
Nah. I was talking about Monster Hunter too much, and it was like, this is bad. I'm gonna stop the recording.
I do, and we were worried we lost it all. I remember that. Speaking of which, Brady, should we talk about Brady's making a face? I think he's thinking the same thing I'm thinking.
I'm Robert De Niro.
He's Robert De Niro. Should we talk about what happened?
Yo, I guess so, man. I didn't want to bring it up,
but I feel like we have to.
Okay, for everybody listening, we were trying to do like, I guess, like rip off pretty much it almost. Like we were just gonna watch movies and like cut it up and edit it up, like our reaction to movies, bad movies. I think we said it like an episode ago that we wanted to watch Battle Los Angeles. And then we watched Battle Los Angeles, and that movie was 2 hours long, and the entire file was just gone. So we watched Battle Los Angeles in not even like in bed or anything, like in our chairs. Like
I was sweating.
You
watched
watched
the entire thing for 2 hours, and then just immediately nothing came of it.
And
then we slowly descended.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of me going like and stuff.
There's a lot of bad stuff. I don't know. We're not gonna watch Battle Los Angeles again, but we'll probably try and do another commentary on a different day. What's that? What do you got there? Oh, I'm jealous.
My mouth is already watering because I've been eating sour Skittles all day. Why do they hurt?
Why they hurt, but they hurt good. We love it.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Goosebumps book?
Oh shit.
I can't
recall. I like the one about the hammerhead shark because
made that up.
No, I didn't Google it. What's it called?
I played a choose your own adventure one at one point. I can't remember anything about it.
I remember those.
Enjoying it.
Goosebumps shark. It's called Deep Trouble.
Deep Trouble.
And it's real. And I think that's because I've always been scared of sharks.
Because you're a coward.
I guess if you want to call it that. I think it's a very rational fear.
No.
There's nothing wrong with being scared of sharks. They're dangerous.
No, being scared of sharks is stupid. You know
sharks
that?
and the open water, two things that
I was arguing with Than about this recently, about how it's stupid that he believes in aliens. Well, it's not stupid that he believes in aliens. I believe in aliens, but that it's funner to believe in like Sasquatches and like cryptids than it is to believe in aliens.
Yeah, it is more fun
because aliens is like real.
Because aliens are something
looks
that
really mad.
Oh, sorry.
I thought
I was reading.
He said
I was reading more Will Smith takes. I'm done.
Hey, we're talking about aliens now.
Okay, aliens. That's fun.
It's not as fun to believe in aliens.
Well, because believing in aliens is like rational.
What?
The dark forest problem. I think I mentioned it to you.
Yeah. Hit up the dark forest problem. I'm sure anything existential makes Evan really upset, and it's fun to watch. So.
Okay. I've been reading a book series called Three Body Problem, which
I don't like it.
Best sci-fi I've ever read. Terrifying. And it's about alien contact. And one of the concepts portrayed in it is why any source of alien contact would be bad. So I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna give my best definition of it, but I want to make sure that like I hit all the points because it's like it's a train of logic.
This is a Wendigoon video now. Oh, we got the shirts on for it.
We do.
What if you just popped up?
Okay, so there's two truths that need to be established before we cover the idea. And the main one being, or the main two being, one, the universe is limited. It is near infinite in our brains, but it is limited. There's only so much matter in the universe, right? We can't it has a finite amount. And two, life develops exponentially. So we're talking not only like birth rate, but also technology. So if you were to take those two as a math equation and you were to show the universe as a finite line, even if it was the tallest line in the world, and then showed how like the matter taken up by human life or any life in general throughout the universe slowly crept, you would see as it curved up, it would become faster and faster and faster and faster until eventually you hit that peak, even though it's incomprehensible to us right now.
Right.
Okay.
We then have to take into account that the base part of life, at least biological life on Earth as we know it, is based on survival. That is our instinct, is to survive. Mm-hmm. That's the lowest level of Maslow's hierarchy. Like that's what we care about.
We love surviving.
Above everything else is the survival of our race. Okay. So we have all those things in place, and now you meet an alien. Yeah, it does not matter if you want to talk to them and show your location. They want to talk to you, share their location. If both of you have peace in mind at the moment, it does not matter, because eventually you're going to run out of resources and one's going to have to kill the other to survive. So then you have something called the chain of suspicion, which is the idea that you meet another alien race. They say they're friendly. You say you're friendly. How do you know they're friendly? And how do they know you're friendly? Or how do they know that you know that they know that you're friendly? And this just goes down over and over.
I saw the moment click with Evan.
That paradox
Evan
of eventually you come down to the logic that you cannot trust each other.
Mm-hmm. And what you're trying to say right now is,
so the reason it's called a dark forest problem is, imagine you're a hunter in a forest, and the only other thing in the forest is other hunters. You have no way of translating their language. You have no way of communicating. You just know that everyone out there is out for their survival, and so are you. You can harvest as much of the forest as you want, but eventually that forest is going to run out, and you want to keep as much of it for you. So you hear some rustling in the bushes. What are you going to do if you have your aim set on that bush? Do you call them out and reveal your location, or do you shoot?
And what you're saying is any alien that ever exists that we come in contact with, the best play is to kill him
right away without even revealing your location. So they're in the book.
How do we know that they don't think the same thing though?
What do you mean?
Like,
you just have to assume
the
that
dark forest idea is not
Yeah.
a thing exclusively to humans.
It's
like, if
just
you
a train of logic. Yeah.
So yeah. So if we ever just get wiped off the fucking face of the earth, it's probably because of that.
Yeah.
Oh
So one idea.
Wait, that's so scary.
One use of this concept, and it could explain the Fermi paradox, which is the idea of like, how come we haven't found other life in the system? Because life is so prevalent on Earth, it's because everyone's hiding. And we're literally in the bushes like yelling, "Hey, we're over here!"
And we're fucking up.
I don't like that.
So one use of the dark forest problem would be to use it as a weapon. If an alien race is threatening you, and you know that their relative power is equivalent to yours, you could, instead of attacking them, send out the coordinates of their system.
He's over here.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
And things like way more powerful or beyond our comprehension could wipe them out for us, because their instinct is, I gotta survive. I gotta wipe out anything.
We should be Galactic Federation.
It would be the same as being in a dark forest and seeing signs pointing to where another hunter is. It's like, you got to go get that person before they get you. You just took this information.
It's the theory of I don't have, when a bear attacks, I don't have to run faster than the bear. I just have to run faster than you, kind of thing.
So that's why aliens are terrifying, because it does not matter how.
Yeah, but Sasquatches.
Do we take this logic like and use it towards anything within our world? Like, do you think cavemans use this logic?
I think a lot of colonization kind of had a similar thing. Like,
probably
genocide the natives, say you got to it first, because that's
like
how
the massacres that happened taking both America and Canada are partially just because of distrust and like wanting like treating them as savages and wanting our species to survive off the land the most.
A big thing is like, man, perfect example. Fucking It Comes at Night, one of the best movies about that kind of shit.
It is like that, yeah.
The theory, like the worst thing, I think the worst trait humans have, like a lot of people are like, oh, like inherently it's jealousy or like anger, well, it's distrust, it's suspicion, it's like fear. Well, again, is the thing that'll fuck everything up.
And that's the thing with the dark forest problem, is like it runs off the chain of that everyone performs logically, and humans don't always perform logically. In fact, most of the time we don't. We perform sometimes out of empathy, sometimes out of selfishness. But if every species runs with some sort of empathy, then we wouldn't run into this problem. But you have to assume through the chain of suspicion that you are empathetic, you assume the worst, and other species might not be. So why would you let a species that's willing to wipe people out more than you?
It's the same theory. Like a thing with aliens that I always found like that's like valid is people always say like, if the government, or if like we ever actually found aliens, and let's say we eradicated them, or let's say we have them captured, or let's say anything ever happened, that nobody would ever tell us anything because we couldn't handle that kind of information. And it's like a valid point. Like if the government came out tomorrow and we're like, yeah, there were aliens like 40 years ago, we just fucking killed them all, people would be like, what do you mean? Like people would lose their goddamn minds.
Yeah.
So it's a weird thing. It's like the idea that like it could all exist, we just don't know, because nobody would ever tell us, because of course they wouldn't. They shouldn't tell us.
I don't like the thought of other like species and other universes hiding. That scares me. That's spooky.
That's my favorite thing about the 3-body problem book is it's about like, it starts with basically humans sending out signals into space, like which we've done, telling them all about our race and culture and stuff like that. And the first time we get a message back, it's like, yo, shut up. Like, we're cool, you gotta shut up.
Hush.
Yeah,
that happens in the book. They go, stop doing that.
Yeah, someone responds and he's like, I'm an empathetic species, but the rest of my species aren't, and there's no telling about anyone else. You need to stop sending out signals. We can't locate you right now, but if you send out another message, we will. And the person who receives that message on Earth experienced the Chinese Revolution and a bunch of horrors and is like, you know what? Humanity doesn't deserve it. So they send out another message and reveal our position.
Spooky.
Book. The whole series is one of the best series I've ever read. If you have an inkling to read a really, really, really good sci-fi that covers so many cool concepts and just like the horrors of space, Three Body Problem. Amazing.
I'm space. This podcast is a three body problem.
Yeah, it is.
Look, I just think that we've gotten signals. Fucking Sasquatches.
We've gotten signals back in real life, right? Remember the WoW signal?
We've received.
You mean the Bwob?
We've received alien or we've seen radio interference, which most of the time
could be anything.
Like chalk up to like stars,
like radiation from star flare.
Yeah.
Or like
like we've seen repeating patterns. We've seen stuff like that, but 90% of the time it just ends up being that.
An oil daddy.
That's the other scary thing is like radio waves transmit. So like at some radius, light years away, some people are hearing radio messages, and some of the earlier radio messages were like Hitler speeches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's like,
that's not a good thing to send out.
Not great. Not
They're
great.
gonna hear, dude. You're telling me they're not gonna hear like Mobamba for like another 300,000 years?
No, Mobamba comes later. By the time they're ready to full on strike,
they're like,
they're getting the
and their
fleets
already.
Will grow 3 sizes.
We finally got the warp drives ready. Everybody get on the ship. What's that? I got hose.
Fall back.
They're like, oh, okay, and they get a little sturdy with it. They start hitting.
Maybe these guys aren't so bad.
Yeah, they hear about Will Smith slapping. Dude, they're gonna hear our podcast one day.
Oh, Than, they're turning this shit into a Netflix show.
Oh,
yeah.
There goes your happiness.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Than immediately comes around, grabs that Godspeed record off that shelf.
You know,
starts
the book's done enough, but the book's.
Did you know that they made
they satified me for life.
Dan, did you know that they made a Cowboy Bebop anime?
I heard
it was really good.
Yeah, it was really good.
They made an anime of it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
No, that's exciting.
I love Netflix.
I'll have to watch it sometime. Yeah, I heard it's in Japanese though, so I don't know.
That's what we talked about that the last time Than was here, right?
What, the Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah,
it's funny because I still.
I think because it hadn't come out yet.
This is a long time ago. Shit,
you were our first guest.
He was. Yeah, we talked about cults and anime.
Monster
Hunter. A lot of Monster Hunter.
Yeah. I was fresh off of that.
And Evan's just here like.
I've listened back to that episode a few times. It's a good episode. The Killdozer and stuff.
What do you think, Than? You think we could still take over a town?
I think it's more likely now.
I like that attitude. Are you not scared that maybe like a chupacabra or like a Wendigo or like something like that?
Nah. Those don't cause me existential threats like aliens do.
I guess. Well,
that
Skinwalkers don't. Skinwalkers don't give you existential threats. Like shape-shifting things. That fucks me so much. Like, because that's like, what does it mean to be a person?
No, because even deep down, we might know. Like cryptids, like probably not.
Listen, real. I'm not gonna say that they're not real.
Galactic evil alien federations aren't either.
I don't. They honestly could exist. But like, if we talk about sheer probability with the amount of Earth explored, like there's less of a probability that a chrysalid or cryptid or what? Chrysalid. I'm so sorry.
Those definitely exist.
They're much more likely that they don't exist compared to aliens. Like we just have way more probable space.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. When I think about like a lot of these things, I think about deep down. I'll cut the crap. Deep down, we don't actually believe in fucking skinwalkers.
It's just
and
fun.
Stuff.
It's fun.
Same with deep down. I don't know if I believe in ghosts, but it's still fun. But my thing is this: people who believe in aliens talk down to people like us because they're like, they think that it's more likely, but it's like if aliens are real, they're probably fucking dust or like a fucking microbe or like a floating
plants.
fart. Like they're really? Just like, and people are like, no, they're galactic federations that are gonna.
I know this is why they're talking about intelligent.
I disagree.
Life.
I think there's real intelligent life probably.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure they're probably not fucking. They don't look like Paul.
No,
I'm sure they're literally
we would
like
never be able to.
They're like,
how hilarious would it be if we made alien contact and it looked like a 1950s alien? It was all like, we
nailed it first try.
How crazy would it be if we made alien contact and it was just every alien was just like one of the aliens from a movie? Like we just had our like, they're like that.
It was just like
how did you know?
Are you making
the other aliens like, how did you know it's a
xenomorph of us? Like,
because we've already made the movie about it. Like you made a movie. You guys didn't know. That was what, 40 years ago? Yeah, we also have the Predator. We know about those too. Is that cat?
We got a cat.
We got a cat cam.
Cat cam sitting here.
Cat cam.
This is his
what if your cat's spot. An alien?
They are aliens. They're just like
I would love to be
little
abducted
weird
by aliens.
Species. You what?
I want to be abducted.
Octopus are aliens.
Octopuses technically are aliens.
They would just like.
They said that, didn't they say that shit where there's like something in the in like octopuses that is not from Earth?
Your DNA doesn't relate to anything else on Earth. It's something like completely like
fucking, they got that crazy dick.
They got that crazy dick, bro.
That crazy octopus dick. It's wild, man.
They're also super smart. Really creepy, weird animal.
And they can fit in weird spaces. Really smart.
Do you want to know how I know octopuses aren't smart?
Smarter than us.
Do you want to know how I know octopuses aren't smarter than us?
How?
They don't have Toyotas.
They don't have a podcast.
Yeah, they don't have podcasts.
If they had thumbs, they would.
They had thumbs, they would have invented.
Well, that's if we want to go sillier sci-fi. That's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy's like theory is that any species smarter than us would do it in secret, and that's why dolphins are actually smarter than us. Is that they have secret societies?
Nah, we would have found them though because dolphins hang out with kids.
Oh, true.
Any self-respecting dolphin wouldn't be like, yeah, trap me in a pool. Let me swim with a kid.
Doesn't that suck?
What? Dolphins
are rapists.
Dolphins do be raping.
They do be
like they have suicide. They're reaching the intelligence level to like have consciousness. In fact,
and they said, you know what we should do? Fuck people against their will.
It's horrible.
Which is like the necessary step for what? Every civilization at this point?
Hey, like, maybe you shouldn't say that on your podcast.
No, I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying it like this. The minute that anything
Brady in the podcast saying rape is necessary.
It's not necessary.
I think he's saying it's inevitable.
This is what I'm saying. I'm saying like this. The minute that you give like the choice of good and bad to a society, to anything, they go, one of them, at least one or two of them does this. They go like this. What if we did the worst things we could? What if we did it? They're like, dolphins were like, oh, there's a thing called consent.
I hate that we're still talking about this.
What if we didn't do it? If dolphins could rob you, like could call you and drain your bank account, like your grandma's bank account, pretending they're a Saudi Arabian prince, they would fucking do it.
The
minute dolphins... you give free choice to anything, the first thing it's going to do is
think higher intelligence leads to better moral decisions?
Do you think dolphins would tweet racial slurs?
Yeah, absolutely. Dolphins they're saying racial slurs. They're, like, they're saying the worst shit. You don't know. It's echolocation. They're echolocation slurring you.
It's not echolocation.
Isn't that how they do it?
No.
That's a bat.
That's a bat.
I thought dolphins use...
maybe they do.
They squawk and they squeak. But I don't think they can see, right?
No, you know what they do? They have like their own sonar,
do have echolocation. They use, dolphin dolphins are allowed to see by interpreting echoes of the waves around them bounce off near water. They fucking, that's why they go, ah!
Have you guys seen the craziest thing to happen in like human history is that one kid 9/11? Who was born blind that could echolocate.
Learned how to echolocate, but he died
he died in his sleep.
Like 10.
I never heard of that.
But still, that is like the most impressive thing.
No,
this kid would play like basketball and stuff. Literally by making click sounds. You'd be like a Last of Us clicker.
Did he have like really, really good I guess no, he's deaf.
I think
right?
your senses are just heightened when you like
he was blind.
But he's not
deaf. He was blind. No, he could hear.
You can be blind.
I feel like he wouldn't be able to echolocate very well if he was deaf.
Well, I thought it was like vibrations and stuff.
No, that would be crazy. But then he would have to fucking like throat sing like he's in a Tool song. He'd have to like,
yeah, sound is just vibrations too, right? So he's
just fucking rooting. Yeah. That guy feels farts.
Bats aren't deaf. This whole time I thought they were deaf.
No, they're mostly blind.
No, they have really blind. That's why they have the biggest ears. They have great hearing. They have the best.
That's why they can echolocate.
Shit, man. I don't know. They have like the best hearing.
Yeah.
The way to see it is like detecting vibrations is a form of hearing as it gets better. So like touching something is like just feeling.
Unless you're Evan, because apparently he thought that
really
bats
sensitive,
had nothing but wings.
It becomes more like hearing.
Bats can't even eat. They don't even have mouths.
I'm just banging on shit, trying to see if I can feel it vibrate now.
It would take like, well, it's the same thing as this. Do you ever? Okay, here's a perfect example, Evan. Remember when we were in Algonquin Park at like 2 a.m. Yep. You open your eyes and you can't see your hand in front of your face, right?
Yeah,
pitch black, but you can hear like every time like a water drop, like you're like, the fuck? It's like, imagine that, but you'll never see again. So it's constantly that. So over the years, of course, you would get really, really fucking good at picking up sounds to the point where you could probably go. Because if you do this, like even just try this, go right now.
What? And then go.
And now do it right in front of your face with the hand for your face. You can feel that there's something there. It's like a sense, like a sixth sense almost. And
it sounds a bit different because it's bouncing back at you a different way.
I'm not blind, so I don't know.
Does it sound different? Am I crazy?
Try taking off one of your headphones.
Teaching Evan how to
look so dumb. Oh. Do it in another room. Oh, you can't hear me.
Don't tell him to get up and go into another room. Okay.
It do it with your pants down.
You go with my pants down. I got my podcast pants again.
Oh no, not the podcast pants.
Yeah, no, you can tell actually after I took the headphones off.
What do you think about Egyptians? How those motherfuckers build the pyramids? Like how?
A lot of slavery.
Probably, or
aliens. I lean towards aliens.
Yeah.
Or giants.
Why would that be the priority for aliens?
One of my
aliens showed up and like, hey, yeah, let's help you with that. It's like a neighbor
you're building a big triangle,
change a tire.
3 of them.
Right. Well, you could argue that they just gave them like special technology.
There's one of my favorite bits of all time. Is the episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved when they're talking about the pyramid. And they're like, they used ramps. And then he's like, why doesn't it show up in any of the hieroglyphics? And he's like, why would they be like, hey, you doing the big painting of the pyramid? Make sure you get the big fucking construction
ramps.
Make sure you get the scaffolding units and the guys in the background. It's wild.
How long did it take for them to get made? Does anybody know?
Like a year.
No.
Yeah, they had hustle days.
That's a long time, man.
They had hustle days? They had incentives.
No, I don't know. I want to say like
a long time, like lifetimes,
because it was they were building them to put certain people in.
Man, everything back then took hundreds of years.
Yeah, even like.
And now,
it took 100 years
is
back
old
then?
News within 15 minutes.
Everything took so long back then. It's like women's suffrage. How long did it take for those motherfuckers to be like, women are allowed to be humans?
Yeah.
But Moses said, let my people go.
I was just like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What have you said, champ?
We're arguing about fucking, I don't know, man. The aliens 100% built the pyramids. There's no way those motherfuckers built it.
You remember? And I've had too many people.
What? Young and the Restless?
Remember the episode of Recess? Sorry, Recess.
Yeah, where when King Bob makes them build one. Yeah. And then and then fucking TJ Detweiler essentially becomes Moses.
Yeah, he frees them. He frees the slaves.
Man, that was such a cool episode.
TJ Detweiler said, "Let my people go."
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's one of my favorite. What's your favorite episode of that show?
I like the trial where they're trying to
figure out the rock in the
yeah. Trying to figure out who put the rock in the dirt clod.
we should get together and watch a bunch of it.
Mm-hmm. I liked the pyramid episode a lot. I liked the nerd one, the D&D one.
The pale kids.
The pale kids.
Yeah.
One of my favorites
had the greatest plot twist.
The one where the werewolf nerd one is hilarious when Vince LaSalle realizes his brother's a nerd and he thinks that he's going to turn into one. because his brother is.
He has like a dream of him morphing.
Yeah, and his shoes get really big and they turn into like some whack ass shoe, and his pants like come up to floods.
It's like a pocket protector.
One of my favorite episodes is the one with the stickers, where it turns into like a gangster movie where TJ has to sell his hat and then like runs the entire school. And it's like, if you watch that episode, it's modeled identically after like something like American Gangster or something like that, like any sort of mob movie with that, where it's like, oh, he had to do something really horrible. Usually in the movie, it's like, oh, he got hired by like a mobster to kill somebody. And you're like, oh, you have to do something really bad to get to the point where you want. But in that, it was TJ sold his hat. And then by the end of it, he realized that money is always moving and nothing actually ended up mattering. So he just said, fuck it. It's not worth it.
Became a communist.
I like the one where the swinger kid went into the great beyond and Spinelli became like a cult leader.
Oh dude. And then it turns out she had like the flu.
Yeah.
And she was just gone.
She just hopped off and the sun was in her eyes or something.
Oh my God. I forgot about that episode. There was that one. There's the one where when they fucking what are they when Gus runs away and lives in the playground and he has the bubble pipe.
Yeah, we talked about that on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Gus Griswold, baby. He's kicking it.
That's a good one.
I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna see if anybody has made like a like top 10 list
of Recess.
Top 10 Recess.
Somebody's had to have.
I feel like if Than's on this podcast once every 8 months. So in 8 months, when you come back on, we're gonna do a tier list of every single episode, starting season 1 to season 5, and we're gonna sit there and just put it back bit by bit. What do we got? Oh my God! So okay, so this is top 10 list apparently of the best Recess episodes. We got season 2, episode 37, The Substitute, the one where the substitute.
Are you going from the top or the?
Yeah. The one where the substitute teacher is Clint Eastwood. You remember that shit?
Oh yeah.
I don't actually.
He makes them read War and Peace. War and Peace.
Vaguely.
His name's Mr. E.
Oh yeah, I do.
That's the one where he was like the class clown when he was younger, right? Or is that a different one?
Yeah, and he's like DJ Detweiler, and you're like, oh shit. Number 9, a science fair. That's one of the best episodes ever. Holy shit!
Yeah,
when he goes insane in the box.
Oh, that is honestly.
What episode is this? The science fair episode? Is this one where?
Science fair is. Oh no, maybe not. I don't know.
We don't have. Oh my God, dude! The challenge, the episode where Principal Prickly's brother makes them play dodgeball or kickball, and then all the characters are like slightly different names. It's like Betch and Bundler, and like BJ Detweiler and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, Principal Prickly.
Principal Peter Prickly.
Oh, dude! Episode 52 of season 3, with the one that stayed clean, the one where it's picture day, and they're just trying to stay clean.
Yeah,
and they're all dressed up in suits.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 61, The Lord of the Nerds. That's Dan's good one with the pale kids.
How many are there on this list?
10. We're at 5.
Oh, I thought it was.
Okay, these are the top 5. The Library Kid. Remember that one with the little girl that's like.
Oh yeah, she was weird.
Really fast.
Yeah.
Episode 4 is The Box, which might be the best episode of that show. I'm kind of curious to see what number 1 is. Oh my God! Episode number 3 is Weekend at Muriel's, when Spinelli has to go hang out with Miss fucking Finster because they're family's friends. Number 2 is the beauty contest. I don't really remember that episode being dope. It's the one where like they put Spinelli in a beauty contest. Oh, number 1. The one where it's about the president. No, it's the president enforces that there's no more recess.
Oh, that was like a special, I think.
Do you remember the episode where they had the narc?
Dude, and he's shaving in the bathroom. Yep. Dude, that's one of my favorite bits, is telling people they look like an undercover superintendent. Oh, he looks like Duffet. He's wearing a fucking backwards hat. Man, that's so funny. He's just like a fucking 30-year-old dude. Oh, here we go. We got a few decent ones with on the honorable mentions. You remember the one where Gretchen becomes a world-class yo-yo player?
Yeah.
She walks the dog, and that's the ending. They're like, "Oh my god, she walked the dog."
I like the dodgeball episode when Gus accidentally hits a little girl, and he has to like, it's like him putting down his rifle. He's retiring from dodgeball.
That's what he's El Diablo.
Yeah, he's El Diablo.
The fucking like the custom dodgeball.
And this fucking narrated like a spaghetti western. It was awesome.
That one or the one where it rains for like 4 days straight, and then at the end they go outside.
They go insane.
They go insane, then they go outside and they get sick like that day. Yep. There's the one with, do you remember the Halloween episode where they realize that every generation of Miss Finster's family has been buried under the school, and they all, it's Night of the Living Finster?
Yeah, come back as zombies. That's a good one too.
I'm convinced that it might be the best show ever made. The episode with Mikey's pants, where his pants rip.
Then they all rip their pants to match.
Dude,
King Bob, he's like, we don't laugh.
Do you remember the episode when they fucking cut up Mikey's hair all fucked up, and then they convince him that he looks like the band The Dog's Pajamas, and then they do it to everybody else in the school, and then at the very end, fucking Gretchen comes back and she's like, "No, we just saw The Dog's Pajamas in concert. They have hair down to their ass. We don't know what you're talking about." And they're like, "Oh,
yeah." That was
or the one where TJ gets kidnapped by the kindergartners. And he becomes like, and he like
turns in, it turns.
And it's literally it's identical to Heart of Darkness. It's the Heart of Darkness story.
Oh yeah,
all of those, a lot of the best episodes are clearly based off of movies.
Mm-hmm. Like, and I never got it as a kid.
The school installs a system called SAL 3000, which is with controls everything, and then in brackets it says right here, definitely an 2001 Space Odyssey parody.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of weird.
That. Yeah, when you get older, you're like, holy shit, this is like that Reese's episode. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, never mind, that Reese's episode was like this. I'm surprised. There's got to be like one that has to do with like noir. Show. There's got to be a noir episode.
Gotta be. Yeah, there's got to be.
It's the best show ever. Dude, King Bob. Also on this list, Pharaoh Bob is on the list.
Oh yes, I remember
when he made them fucking let my people go. What else is there?
Pharaoh Bob.
TJ and King Bomb compete against each other to become crowned the prankster prince. I forgot about that. Remember Hustler Kid?
I do.
Duffel wants a tattoo of him.
He can do that if he wants.
Oh yeah.
I always think about Recess. It's funny that we're talking about Recess with Than, because Than has this never-ending bit that I look like a live-action TJ Detweiler, or I did when I was younger.
You kind of do.
And that's like one of the best.
When he had the jean jacket and like the sideways cap.
I never wore.
He didn't wear the sideways cap. I think I just imagined it. The backwards cap.
I was gonna say I wore a backwards cap, and so did TJ Detweiler. So don't know what you're telling sideways people. Cap. That's worse than telling people like anything. You could tell them anything other than the fact that I wore a hat sideways, because that adds so much more than just being like Brady's a shitty person. You'd be like, Brady beat my mom up, and it would be less bad than being like, he wears his hat sideways, because that's
sideways and inside out. That's the look.
Brady wears a visor upside down like he's fucking Frankie Muniz at the All-Star game. It's fucking ridiculous. Oh my god.
I'm
trying to think of where did that show take place?
How long have we been recording?
That show took place in like the 50s, right?
I don't think so.
What, Recess?
I think it was the.
Oh no, that was. There's a theory. Have you ever seen that theory about the show?
No.
The really bleak theory that they're all ghosts.
That's fucking terrifying. You said that, my heart dropped into my stomach.
Because the theory is that it's not real. It's like a residual haunting, and that's why they all look like they're from different generations. Where it's like Gus Griswold looks like a nerd in the 80s, but like Vince LaSalle looks like a guy from like the 90s. And like TJ Detweiler looks like a kid from the 50s, and Hustler Kid looks like he's from the 50s, but King Bob looks like he's from the 80s. And like they all look like they're from different timelines.
Where are the Digger kids from?
Right now.
They're from right now.
Remember when they break up?
Yeah. And then the
one becomes a normal person.
They start, and then the one's just digging all over the place.
He's digging alone for no fucking reason. He's just digging. What were they
just digging?
Recess character. I feel like we're missing out. There's gotta be like a really good character somewhere that we're missing out on.
Well, who's the kid that's hair went white because he saw his brother kiss a girl?
Skunk. I think his name is.
Is that his name?
Butch.
Skunk.
Because he has skunk stripe. I always wanted that hair.
Skunk.
Ew! Oh my god! I just saw a photo of TJ Detweiler. TJ Detweiler wearing his hat forward, and that fucking bothered me.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh my god, do you remember fucking what's the big bitch's name in that show? The big bully woman. It was Hearst the Worst.
Hearst the Worst.
Or something like that.
Show said stains on her shirt.
Yep. And then the other guy. Dude, you remember Lawson?
Yeah, the older kid.
Fucking Lawson. He's such an older kid that's in every fucking school ever. Just telling people like, Santa's not real. There's sex. Dr. Slicer.
I don't know what that is.
That's apparently a person. Remember Menlo? He was like the
he was the office kid.
Yeah, dude, I fucking yeah. Butch was the one who told the story about how he saw his brother kiss a girl and then his hair went white. Oh, dude, Tubby, the leader of the kindergartners.
Dude, the kindergarten derby. Remember the kindergarten derby?
Oh my god.
The kindergarten derby.
They place bets like they're fucking horses. And they train them. They train them all week and then race them. I can't. Such a good concept.
Dude, who's Brandon the singer? Oh, dude, he was the kid that wore the little red suit jacket that would just sing in some episodes. Holy shit. Oh my, this is the best fucking show ever written. Holy fuck.
Well,
I think that's it. I think we gotta go.
I think that's it.
Who's Corn Chip Girl?
That's a good way.
She was the one with the crazy corn chip. She was only ever eating. Remember, she had one like Abe Lincoln.
Oh yeah.
Corn chip.
She was always eating corn chips.
She's wearing a little dress and has a big fucking head.
She always kind of creeped me out.
Corn Chip Girl. Oh my god.
Man, that was always like the show where I wanted to have a thing, like every character.
Right.
Every character had a thing.
Yeah.
I want to be a dirt kid. I want to dig in the ground and be a
remember the plot twist is that Corn Chip Girl's dad was like Gus's dad's like he was like basically they hated each other.
Oh, they were both in the military.
Yeah, and they like fought against each other or some shit.
They were trying to be they were trying to be friends and then they realized their dads hated each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's King Freddy the Second?
Ew. I don't know.
King Freddy is on the oh yeah, he's the fucking king that replaces Bob. We love this. Oh my fucking god.
Recess.
I'm watching it all.
I was gonna say they should do like
there's episodes on YouTube.
A recess episode where they're all grown up, but then I realized how much I'd hate that.
That would hurt. That would really hurt. Okay, should we wrap it up? Or does
I think I'm just gonna ramble about this for like a few years. So probably.
Yeah. We'll carry on next time talking about recess.
Peter Prickly.
Let's do a watch party for recess.
Yeah, we'll do. Who's Chief Stinky?
We do it pretty much.
Maybe
I should stop calling it that. We'll do it like a commentary to a couple episodes of Recess.
Yeah, we'll get a few together and we'll do like a thing about it.
Yeah. Well, okay. We'll wrap it up there.
Gangsters.
Than, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Than, for also recording.
Yes, and for also recording. Because we're not professionals over here.
Now.
This kind of went all over
$20 if you want this recording. Yeah, no, it's good. So, all right. Well, thanks for having me. It's always
great.
Thanks
for being on, man. I'm glad. I like when Than's on because it's like just super chill.
Yeah, we do. We talk about cryptids and aliens, and
I like being that guest. We don't really have to talk about me. I can just come on and continue a conversation about like the dumb stuff.
Although the first time we were on, we did have a very lengthy.
First time we did that, but now that's all out of the way.
Yeah,
so you don't have to talk about me anymore.
Everybody knows who you are. Now you just know what you look like.
I'm the guy. Yeah, that's too bad. All right. How do you outro? Just say
we don't really. Yeah, that's
episode 28.
All right, bye.
Fuck off.